Hi everybody. Today I was coming back from town just a little bit ago and came across a turtle that somebody had hit in the road. They went out of their way to hit this turtle because the turtle was in the chicken lane. It's not like they didn't see it or anything. So I don't know what the heck's wrong with people, but they tried to kill this little booger and they may have done just that. But you can see how shattered the shell is. This was actually broken apart. Just barely held on with some little bit of tissue in there. I scooped him up, brought him home. We're going to try to JB weld that. My problem is going to be with the JB weld, keeping the JB weld from getting down up underneath the shell. So I don't know if this is going to work. He probably is not going to survive anyway, but we're going to try to give him a chance. I'm going to have to do one section at a time. I already got my JB weld. That's what it looks like mixed. Mixed good with my little stick. Let's turn him around and see what we're dealing with. I got tweezers in case I need it. This is going to hurt him pretty badly, actually. I have no way around that. So I'm going to do this section first because I already pushed it in once and it seemed to go together halfway decently. Like that. The JB weld sets in 5 minutes. So I'm probably going to have to holler at my mom and have her come out and bring me some tape or something. I think that's pretty good to where it's not going to drip down into there. I'm going to need some tape or something to, got to be real careful. Like I said, right there's an opening in the shell. I don't want this JB weld getting down into there. But anyway, I need some tape or something that's going to hold this in place while I start working on the rest of them. Cannot let that slide apart or that JB weld's going to get down in there. We definitely do not want that. If this little booger's going to stand a chance at surviving. I've done this with another turtle that I found that was about the same size as this one. Only that one, the carapace was just cracked at the end, but it was still kind of flimsily holding on there by some tissue. And I was able to JB weld it into place and it got released. This one I don't even, like I said, I don't even know if this one's going to survive. This is going to be a long process just getting this into place. Now my problem is I can't put tape over there because I got the JB weld there and I don't want the JB weld sticking to the tape. So this might end up being a long video. Oh crap, no, I can't move that. Might have to scratch this video and then just kind of show you the end result. Because I got to hold this in place for 5 minutes. That's how long it takes to set. And I've got to have a very steady hand because like I said, I don't want this getting down up underneath that shell. After this sets, oh see that's falling apart. After this sets, I'm going to have to, it takes 5 minutes for it to set, 1 hour for it to cure. After it cures, after that hour, I'll be dropping him down in just a small amount of water so he can kind of stick his head up underneath there, get some water. The hard part is holding this steady while that sets. This is going to be the real tough part right here. You can see his insides there. I'm sure there's some damage to it. Seems to have some good breathing though. I can see his little organs in there moving a little bit. So just bear with me while we hold this and get the flies out of there. Get out of there, fly. Wish I would have had some fiberglass to put on here. Something with like a sticky back that would hold that into place and then I could just put the JB weld over it, but I don't. I had a wall patch. I can't find it. Don't move on me, turtle. Do not move on me. Stick your head back in your shell. Don't plan on moving or this is just going to make matters worse. Bear with me, little turtle. I know this hurts. Trying to save your little life, buddy. I pushed too hard. God, this is nerve-wracking. This is nerve-wracking. And I don't have the steadiest hand as it is. Let me get my flowers out of the way. It's all right. Because I'm going to grab me a little drink. God, this is nerve-wracking. Please set faster than 5 minutes, JB Weld. Please set faster than 5 minutes. I don't know if I can hold my hand steady for 5 minutes. Like I said, chances are we're going to lose him anyway. I went to town at about 3 o'clock, and I didn't see him in the road then. When I was coming home from town, it was about 6. And that's when I saw him. So there's no telling how long he was in the road. I'm sure he needs some hydration, but he's going to have to wait for that a little longer. This is going to be... I know, baby. I know. Just don't move on me. Oh, fly, get on. Don't get on there. I'm not doing this out on my front porch, and of course, the rain has brought in the flies. Not any flies getting in there or sticking to the JB Weld. Oh, God. I need this stuff to set faster. Poor soul. He's got some damage up here, too. I can't fix that. I can't push this up to meet this, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. If he survives this, that'll be a miracle, most definitely. Get out of there, fly. Oh, flies are pissing me off. Alright. I don't want to let go too early because, like I said, I don't want that JB Weld getting down up underneath that shell. And it does not look like that's set yet. He's a good little patient, though. I know, buddy. We're trying. We're trying to save your little life. Dog, I wish I just had some fiberglass. Like I said, with that sticky backing, I could just slap that on there and then JB Weld the crap out of it and call it good. But I don't want to take the time to go all the way back into town again because it's a half hour away. And then a half hour back. That's just another hour he'd be suffering. So we're just going to pray to God to give me a steady hand and let this JB Weld dry fast. And then we're going to pray to God to let him survive. Come on, little buddy. Okay, I think that's starting to set a little bit. I'm going to give this just a couple more minutes. Guys, go grab yourself a glass of wine or something. That's what I got, too. Or a soda or a beer or something while you watch this. Or just, forward through to the end. Whatever. Whatever you want to do. I would not want to sit here and watch somebody holding a turtle's butt for 5 minutes. And then the rest of the time it's going to take to hold that into place. God, I wonder if I took a blow dryer too, if it would dry faster. I don't know. I'd probably freak them out. And I don't want that to fall apart, but I don't quite trust it yet. Let's give that just a few more minutes. Okay, yeah, that's starting to set pretty good. It might take longer to set than 5 minutes because it is a kind of thicker coat. Might be why it's taking a little longer. Stay. God, we're going to hope that stays. It's still a little tacky over here because I got it on thicker there. As long as it doesn't come apart, that JB Weld at this point should not be seeping into it. Even if it doesn't, I'll just have to push it back up. But we're going to hope that stays. Stay. All right, my little turtle friend. I did bring out tweezers and triple antibiotic ointment in case I needed it for anything, but I'm not going to need it. If he survives this, then when I get him into water, just a little bit of water, I'll be adding an antibiotic to that. This is the bad part. This is the part that's really going to hurt him, because you can see all of it. Get out of there, fly. You see all of his insides in there. I think I want to try to work on this big piece next. This is really going to hurt him. I hate this so much for this poor little critter. There's a little... It's not going to be a perfect fit. There's like little chunks missing. Like that little piece. So this is where I've got to be careful. And I think what I'm going to do with this... Alright. There's no helping that right there. It's not going to be a perfect fit because there's just too much damage. What I'll have to do with that is come up with something else. Alright, my little turtle friend, I'm so sorry. I know this is hurting you. Alright. It's about as good as I'm going to get that. Let's get some... Oh, God, don't slide. I'm not a left-handed person. Oh, my JB Weld's setting in my thing. Oh, shoot. Oh, God, stay. I got to get more JB Weld in here. It started to set. I'm glad I didn't put the whole thing in there. I'm just going to do a little bit more. Put the cap on. Stir that up. You got to mix that really good. You can see this just sitting in here. That few minutes it's set. But I can only do this in pieces. But you want to make sure that the two components of the JB Weld mix good together. Don't ask me what the two components are. I don't know. I didn't look. I've never looked. So let's get some... Oh, God. This poor little soul. Alright. I might try a thinner coat. Oh, God, help me, Jesus. Okay. Get there for a second, because I'm moving that a little bit. Because I don't want that getting down in there. All right. I'm going to do this in super small sections. And a thin coat, because I can always go back and put more on there. That way it'll set faster, we hope. Okay, make sure that's sealed good. Alright. Well, now we wait some more. I can't do anything with this back part. Or that, well, yeah, I can do that part. It's got a little bit of a ridge there. Hopefully this does not go down into there. I'm doing the best I can do. I'm not a veterinarian. Like I said, I did this before on another turtle, but the damage was not near as bad as what this was, or is. That JB Weld's not going to hurt it. And this is about the size that these turtles get in adulthood. He might still have a little bit more growing to do, but that JB Weld really should not affect that too much. It's not going to make him, disabled or anything, or have a funky shell or deformed. If this turtle does manage to survive, he's going to have a long, long road ahead of him before he can be released. Unfortunately. I guess I'll be out there digging another turtle pond at some point in time. The thing is with him, like I said, if he does survive, I'm going to have to put him out in, well, he's going to have to stay in probably my 20-gallon tank. I'll have to set up for him with just a little bit of water. And that water will have to be changed out like at least every day. Whenever he messes in it, I'm going to have to change it out because he will still have some openings. And we don't want bacteria getting down into there. And it's going to take a long, long time for the shell will eventually grow back together. But at that takes a super, super long time for that to happen. So during that time, that water's going to have to be super clean and loaded with antibiotic. Alright. And now we just keep on holding. And trying not to move my hand too much. Gonna light up a cigarette. For those of you who don't know I smoke, I do. It's a bad habit. I wish I never did it. I am trying to quit, but times like this, I'm going to light a cigarette and I'm going to have a glass of wine. This is not how I wanted to spend my Saturday. Well, actually all I was going to do today after I went and did laundry and hit Walmart for some groceries and then I found him, all I was going to do was come home and cut grass anyway, so no big deal. I'll see, that's not setting good. Let me add some more. I put that on too thin, it's not wanting to set. God, I hope I got enough JV Weld to do this. Geez, I may be going back into town to get more JV Weld. Don't move your hand, Jill. See, shoot. I really, really want to cuss right now. Alright, just stay. I need that piece just staying there. My dogs are going crazy. I haven't even had a chance to feed my dogs because of this. Flies, get off of him. Oh, crap. God. After this, I'm definitely going to keep fiberglass tape on hand. Oh, see, I'm wiggling that. Shoot. It's not wanting to stay. I'm just going to hold that a little longer. I'm going to quit talking. Maybe that's what's making my hand move. Get off there, flies! SOBs, get off of there. I hate flies so much. I live out in the country, so we get a lot of them. Shoot. It's not wanting to hold on this part. Fly, if you get in there, you know what? You're going to be stuck in there and you're going to die. The longest 5 minutes of my life right here. This one's not wanting to stay put. I know, old turtle friend. We're trying. The JB Weld is not working with me right now. Get off there, flies. Shit. JB Weld's not wanting to hold that. Get off there. I'll push that in a little bit more. A little pressure there, buddy. A little pressure. While I do this and try not to wiggle it anymore. My hands are not steady. I used to have steady hands when I was younger. When I was in the military, I was what was called an ammo treat munition system specialist. You had to have steady hands to do that job. We worked with explosives and the bombs and missiles that you see on the jets and the bombers and just all kinds of crap. Had to have steady hands then. Fixing to turn 54 next month and my hands are not as steady as what they used to be. I just breathe, that one little plate's wanting to move. These flies are pissing me off. I know, turtle honey, I'm putting a lot of pressure on you, sorry. Just loosen up a little bit. The JB Weld's not wanting to hold like it did on the other piece. Dog, it slipped. Oh, shit. Why did that slip? This JB Weld's not working. Worked on the other turtle. Well, hopefully, I don't think any got down under the shell. Shh. Oh my God. I may have to go back into town and get some freaking fiberglass. Weld hold. This is not holding as good as the other stuff that I used last time did. Oh Lord, if this doesn't work, don't know what I'm gonna do. But that last, I thought that one was holding in place and it wasn't. It moved. I can't put any duct tape over it or anything to hold it in place because then the duct tape's gonna weld to the JB Weld. We don't want that. Most definitely. Because then he will really be screwed up. Hold this more. Poor little turtle. I don't know why people try to hurt turtles or any animals for that matter. They don't hurt nobody. Turtles don't hurt anybody. They're harmless. Even snapping turtles and that are harmless. They don't want to be messed with, and they don't want to mess with anybody. This JB Weld is just not holding really good, not like it did on that last turtle. I don't know. I had that side, I had this left side going good. It seemed like it was holding, and then it slipped a little bit. I'm talking to Mom. She came out the door. Dang flies.
I don't want to walk in front of him because I don't want to scare him.
It says 5 minutes till it sets. My ass doesn't take 5 minutes. It takes more like 15. And then an hour to cure. I had this problem last time too. I ended up holding the thing for like 20 minutes before it set. And I can only do it in little sections, and while I'm waiting, then the JB Weld I have out and already mixed dries up. Now I gotta hope I got enough JB Weld left in there to do the rest of his shell.
Do you have any tank to put him in?
Yeah, I got that 20-gallon out there. I'll clean up, and just got to put enough water in the bottom of it for him to get his head up underneath. I don't want the water coming up over where the JB Weld is, because he won't be going in there anyway until an hour after it cures, or an hour until it cures. But at some point he'll have to go in at least where he can get his head up underneath some water and drink. Because I don't know how long he was out on that highway out there. We're going to hope that's going to set. We're going to hold. We're going to hope that's going to hold. It seemed like that was holding before, and then it slipped a little bit. Looks like it's still wanting to move. And I don't even want to go on to the next section until I know that part is going to hold good. Damn flies. I hate flies. Get off of him, flies. Get off my booze. I gotta get a fly trap out here or something. I lost my lighter. There's my lighter. Alright. That's still moving a little bit, and it shouldn't be doing that. Dang. Swear to God, tomorrow when I go to work, I'm going to pick up some of that fiberglass wall patching stuff or whatever it is, that stuff you put on when you repair cars. And I'm going to use that, or have that on hand whenever I get another turtle like this, which hopefully will not be again. This is the time of year, though, when the turtles are crossing the road. If you come across a turtle and it's safe to pull over and get them out of the road, just scoot them on over to the other side of the road, pick them up, take them over the other side of the road, way off of the road if you can, in the direction that he was heading, because they're heading there for a reason, either to find water or to lay eggs. Because if you take them back from the direction he was coming, they're just going to go back into the road. All right, let me have a look. I don't know. It's not completely set. Hopefully that's set enough to where maybe I can do another coat on it. I'm going to worry about that here in a little bit. I know, little turtle, we're trying. Now this is going to be the hardest part right here, because I don't want to dislodge these two pieces. And this one's kind of all jacked up. I might need to let that set a little bit longer. Because if I dislodge that just trying to get this piece in, I'm screwed. I won't have enough JB Weld to do the rest and repatch that. He's got to be feeling a little bit better than what he was, though. Now that his guts aren't all like exposed and hanging out. I don't want to move these pieces. Oh my God, this is so hard to do. See, this one's already trying to move. That is nowhere close to being set. JB Weld says 5 minutes. Says this stuff sets in 5 minutes and cures in an hour. My butt, it does not. It takes so much longer to set. And I know it's going to take longer than an hour to cure, because it did the last time I used this crap. I need to find something better, I think. I am not endorsing JB Weld. I am just not. I mean, it's misleading, the instructions where it says the set time is 5 minutes, the cure time is an hour. I don't know, maybe on other stuff, but on turtles it's not. They need like a disclaimer or something saying the cure time, the set time and the cure time is not the same on turtles. I don't know. They need something. I think that it sets in my thing in 5 minutes. It doesn't set on this in 5 minutes. I'm afraid to move it. How long has this video been going anyway? Let me look. We're 27 minutes. I'm probably going to lose the end of this and have to do a part 2, because for some reason my camera cuts itself off at 29 minutes. And I need to give this more time to set and possibly do another coat, and possibly run back to Walmart and maybe just go ahead and pick up that fiberglass tape and more JB Weld. I don't know. We're going to see if my camera shuts off here in a minute. If it does, I'll do a part 2. So if it shuts off, look for part 2. In the meantime, we're just going to press on without trying to dislodge this. This is going to suck, because this is already trying to set in place because the blood's all dried. Oh, I got a little bit. Shit. Shoot, I'm sorry. I cuss. I try not to. But something like this. And that's not perfectly... Well, I think that's about as good as that's going to get. You can see I still got an opening here. A little bit of crack there where that's not lined up perfect. I think that'll be okay, because if anything gets down in there, it should not get onto his organs. Oh God. I should have taken my cap off before I did this. I got